But they just can't get it, man. And you be, especially when you first come into this truth. I say it like this, when the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh wakes you up to this truth, you want to tell everybody and teach everybody in hopes that they get it. You know, especially your family and friends, you want to tell them, well, you do tell them, and then you really be trying to break through. Like, come on, they got to get it, because I understood. It was so easy for me, why they can't get it, you know? And then, you notice after a while, you just be like, damn, they just can't, they ain't gonna get it. Then sometimes you try to take a jab at it again, you know, and instead of try to see if it'll be a breakthrough there. And our people just can't get it. You know, and that's because the Most High did something on a spiritual level. You know? You could be the greatest teacher in the world. This truth is only for the elect, man. For the potential elect. Like the Apostle Gabar says, you know, bring out. But I tell you this, all these other doctrines, you can get somebody to believe that and they'll say, yeah, I understand that, I get that, brother. All these other doctrines out here, they'll say that. Because people can understand, even though you really can't understand it because it's garbage, but people will actually say that they understand and can comprehend all this madness that's out here. All these, all these different philosophies. Because the Most High set it up to where this precious knowledge is only for his elect men. You know? Go ahead,
This is Isaiah 30 and 10 would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. Yeah, basically, yeah, like the brother's going into, the majority of our people, they'll go into these other doctrines. You know why? Because these other doctrines teach nothing but falsehoods, man. It teaches nothing but false realities, man. It teaches smooth things. You know, say that you can still be a nigga in the street and come to church, make sure you tie, you know, you can be a homosexual and God still loves you. You know, but when they come to the realization of these scriptures and how hard these scriptures are, how the Most High accounts you for the things that you're doing, they don't want to take heed of that, man. They want that sweet doctrine, man. Yeah. You know, that ice cream, cookies and cream ice cream cake.
That banana split doctrine.
You know, they wanna still live comfortable in America, man. Yeah. They still wanna live deliciously like a so-called white man. Hey, when we supposed to deny it, none of the scriptures said we gotta deny ourselves, man. They don't want to do that. So the majority of doctrines that are out here, hey, that's why there's so many people in them doctrines, man. Yeah. Why do you think there's so many people in the Christian church? So many so-called Catholic and Muslims, man. But you can be a freak, faggot and lesbian, man. You
hey, know? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you out. You want to know what? Read that scripture again, bro.
It's Isaiah 30. I'll start at 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children. Right. Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Read it again,
Isaiah 30 and 9. This is a rebellious people, lying children.
Now who is this talking about? It's talking about the Israelites. If you know, our people don't like to read, as a whole, collectively. You know, reading is the last thing on their mind.
It's a turn off in this society.
Unless they reading the stats stats on sports or some shit. Hey, get Revelation 1 and 3. And then we're gonna go like that.
This is Revelation 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
Blessed is he that readeth. It ain't talking about reading anything either. Because you can go read fiction books all day. The Most High power ain't talking about blessed is he that just read. Because somebody might get stupid and say, well, I read all kind of books. I read
the Harry Potter series.
Yeah, I read Nickelodeon books all day. Hey, bring out. Finish that and then get Ecclesiastes 13 and say that right. There's no end to the making of books. 12?
Yeah, 12.
Well, finish Revelation and then
all right.
You get it, right?
Revelation 1 verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy.
Right, so you know it's talking about the scriptures because it said that here, the words of this prophecy, it ain't talking about somebody read a prophecy in the Bible, oh, Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. You know, that haven't happened yet. Babylon the Great is America. It's talk, and then somebody hear it, and no, I'm blessed now because I heard Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. It's talking about understand what the prophecy is talking about. If you can read something, somebody can hear it all day, that don't mean nothing. You got to understand what you reading and what you hearing. That's it.
No, I love this word.
Hey,
let them finish the lock.
And keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
What it mean, keep those things that are written therein? Meaning whatever this book say do it. You know, and our people won't do that, but they will obey the government, and when they issue out they bullshit ass penal codes, wearing your seatbelt, getting insurance, whatever, the things we gotta do on a regular basis to function in society. You do it because who? I mean, because why? Because you told to do it. If then nobody teach you or tell you to do it, we wouldn't do it. If your parents didn't teach you basic principles, whatever that may be, you wouldn't do it. If you didn't go get educated at the public school system and then they teach you all that garbage, you wouldn't do what you do. You know? So the Most High got the education, the true education is right here for Israelites. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, I'm gonna say this, in the kingdom is which is gonna be right here on the planet Earth, you know, but it's gonna be a different rulership. It ain't gonna be the white men and all these politicians up in the power seat. It's gonna be us. The one that's on the bottom that like to listen to, well, you gonna get your act together in the kingdom. There's niggas sitting around listening to Drake and Lil Wayne and watching football and ain't doing shit with their life. So I don't care if you got a good job, I don't give a damn if you say, oh, I got a wife and I take care of my kids. That ain't how you be a man according to the Bible. Now that's a part of it as far as taking care of your family, but you gotta follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You know? And where we was at?
I just finished that Revelation.
All right, man, get that.
This is
the brother was reading, blessed is he that read it and hears the words of these prophecies. So it don't mean reading anything. Our main reading is supposed to be this Bible. Especially if you new and you waking up to the fact that you're the Most High waking you up to the fact that we are the Israelites of this Bible. We are the chosen people of the Bible. We ain't no damn Africans. The Latinos ain't crossed the Bering Strait and come from the crooked eyes, crooked everything, goots. We the chosen people of the Most High. Why the hell you think we dominating everything on the earth? But we at the bottom. We dominating the sports arena, spiritual arena, mentally smart arena. Yeah, we the creators of the earth.
Right, all the great scientific inventions. You know,
but as a people, we're at the bottom. Worried about committing adultery and putting drugs in your body all day. We all did it, you know. Some brothers might not have done that, but you know, we was all lost at one point, you know. But through the Spirit, the Most High wakes you up by way of men teaching this Bible. Not these shuck and jive niggas in the church, man. They ain't gonna teach you shit. All they gonna teach you is how to keep bringing that money on Sunday and how to praise them. You gonna end up praising that preacher. You ain't really gonna be worried about the Lord and His Son. Now that was the point I was gonna make earlier about in Isaiah 30 and 9, where it says our people, how's it worded? We gonna get that scripture. How's it worded?
Rebellious children, lying.
Yeah, rebellious children, lying children. We're talking about the Israelites. Because rebellion meaning they steady warring against the Most High. Re means back and bel means basically war. So it means back to war, meaning they going back to war with the Most High. when you at peace with the Most High, you keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments. You start breaking them, now you're going back, you're going to war with the Most High, breaking His laws. So the laws was only given to the Israelites. And it says, so really they the only ones that can be rebellious. The Most High didn't give the laws in this book, and they're not just the 10 Commandments. It's over 613 laws in this book. The 10 Commandments is the core to the law, for a lack of better word. You know? So everybody can't rebel against the Most High because the Most High ain't dealing with everybody. The Most High is not dealing with all the races on this planet Earth. His chosen race, I'm gonna say race because you say nationality, and our people are not in the etymology. They wouldn't really know what that means. Nationality or race is saying the same thing. So I'm gonna let you say something. The Most High is only dealing with one nationality, you know, and that's the children of Israel. Now let's what you about to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just like the brother was saying when it comes to talking about rebellious, in order for you to rebel, you have to be under the control of somebody. So the Most High chose Israel, and they rebelled out from underneath. That's what the whole. You can't rebel unless you've been under the control of somebody or been under somebody. That's the only way you can rebel. So you got to be the chosen people to rebel. You can't be any other nation.
Because other nations was set to be outside of the law, man. That's what separates us is the law, statutes, and commandments. So the other nations, they don't have no place as far as rebellion. That show you, that's why the brother keying in, that show you that scripture is talking about the children of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because we was given the laws to separate us from the other nations, man, to make us holy, which means separate, man. That's what gives us a clean way of life, man.
Yeah, these other nations have their gods to worship. Going back into the history, if you read the Bible, all the other nations had their gods that they were worshiping. And the Most High didn't start condemning them. When I say the Most High, I'm talking about the Heavenly Father, God, who the world easily knows as God. He didn't start condemning them and saying, you going off for worshiping Molech, or you going off for worshiping Dagon, and then start judging them. No, you know? They only can rebel against idols. You know, in their mind, it's all, you know, really, you know, the demons messing with their mind.
Which is all Satan.
You know?
I got a scripture. This is Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his words unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation, and for his judgments they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Yeah, so they ain't known the judgments and the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, and that we're supposed to follow and keep. That's why I say if you sin, well, get real quick, get 1 John 3 and 4. Is that the scripture?
Yeah, 1 John 3.
Get that. Because a lot of our people go to church all day, man. You got some holy rollers that'll go to church Sunday and then maybe 2 times out the week.
Wednesday.
And something like that, you know. And then they'll say sinners, you know, we trying to save souls and all that, which we can't save nobody. Who the hell you think you is to save somebody? That's why we got our Lord and Savior. How he gonna be the Lord and Savior, and then you talking about we saving souls? Because our people don't use their they've been taught what to think and not how to think.
Yep.
They've been taught how to think and not to think, man. Got it? Bring it out.
No, okay. This is 1 John 3 and 4? 1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committed sin,
whosoever committed sin,
transgress it also the law.
Transgress it also the law, meaning break the law. To keep it simple.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
For sin is so you can understand the breaking of the law. To keep it simple. You know? So that's what sin is. You ask somebody, I can do a survey right now and get on the corner of that street and ask everybody that walks by what a sin means. And just focus on our people. Or the white man and anybody else. And they'll give you 1,000 different answers outside of what the Bible says. Because they don't know. It's in the book, but they ain't bringing out these shuck and jive, phony niggas in the so-called church ain't teaching you what this Bible is really about. You know?